Hi, I'm Jason with True Tuner, and today I'm going to be explaining how to use our rapid drum head replacement system. Basically everything comes with 10 keys, a bag, and then a disc here with the handle that folds down so you can take it wherever you want to. It does everything from an 8 to a 16-inch head. It'll do multiple lug patterns, anywhere from a 4, even 5 for Gretsch, and then up to 10 lugs. So basically what you want to do is start off is you want to put the keys all facing one general direction, and then you can straighten them out afterwards. And once they're facing the general direction, you just want to get them all pointing the same way. And then what you do is you take the disc, you select whatever size you're doing. This is a 14-inch, so you select the 14. And you always want to start at the number, because that's the common denominator between all the different hole patterns. So the best way to line them all up, sometimes you can set it straight down, but I like to do it by starting at the 14 and then following the holes on the color-coded line to make sure everything lines into place. If you need to adjust one of the keys, what you do is you turn it. You don't lift it up, just turn it. Everything sits into place. Now, in order to break a head loose on a snare drum with high tension on it, you have all the keys facing one direction. So this way they're facing west. So I'm going to put my hand on the drum parallel with the keys, and then you kind of pull along the disc, and then you move your hand to keep it parallel with the keys until everything's loosened up. Now what it's doing now, it's basically the same as using one key, but it's doing up to 10 at a time, so it's just as smooth as using one key. Once everything loosens up, you take your thumbs and put them on the top of the disc, and you lift up on the rim. Everything comes up together, and you keep the pressure in between your thumbs and the rim. Then you can set everything down. Gravity keeps it all in place so you can change out your head. And then you pick it up the exact same way. Put your thumb on the bottom, and then put your finger on each side of the lug opposite of each other. And then you go to set it back down. You can adjust your thumbs to make sure that it gets as straight as possible. And then you want to drop it down onto the lugs. Sometimes you can get it right every time, but if you don't, all you're doing is lifting up on the lug from the bottom. Never lift up on the key because it'll separate. And as long as you lift up from the bottom, you just push them into the seats. Then you take the rim, push it down, make sure it's seated. And to get everything starting at the same point and thread evenly, what you do is you take it back a half turn. Now everything's going to thread at the same time, which is going to help stretch the head evenly. This is designed to move smooth and free-flowing, so if you have any resistance, you want to make sure that you check to make sure everything's in there. But if it's moving smooth, everything's threading evenly and stretching your head evenly at the same time. Once it starts to build the tension up, when you want to get higher tension for a drum like a snare here, you're going to put your hand parallel with the keys just like when you loosened it, and push on the disc. You want to put a little pressure down. Then you adjust your hand to keep going to get to the tension that you want. Now, the more you use the product, the more familiar you get with it as far as what tension you're used to and what tension you like to keep your drums at. Then you can take your disc and set it down. Everything's going to be in a great ballpark. It's designed to get you in a great starting point to fine tune if you need to. And sometimes you don't even need to fine tune. So I'm going to test it to show you how close that it gets. And then at each point, the tension is going to be the same, so the tone is going to be pretty even. If you want to put the snare on. And if you want to fine tune, you have your keys all set into place. And then when you're done, you just put everything in the bag. And then you're good to go.